Hi everyone, welcome SAS Programming in 90 Days. So we continue with the SAS Via session. So today is a day 13. So let's start with the SAS Via. So what is the SAS Via is offering us? So we have the latest version SAS Via 4. So before we are using the SAS Via 3.5. So in the SAS Via 4, the more functionality is added. So first we are looking for the functional offering. So what they are functional offering us? So the SAS data science programming. So basically in the SAS easy also we have the programming. So SAS data science programming is here. SAS visual analytics, SAS this is a feature visual as analytics, visual statics, SAS visual machine learning, SAS visual data science, and SAS visual data science decisioning. Okay, so this is the functional offering us. Okay, next is specialized offering. So what they are specialized offering us? So SAS visual forecasting. Okay, so that is a specialized feature. SAS visual text analytics, SAS intelligent decisioning, SAS event stream forecasting, and SAS event stream processing for edge computing. Okay, this is a specialized offering. Next is single capabilities add-ons. So these two features they are offering, and if you want some more advanced things, so SAS econometrics and SAS optimization, SAS model manager, SAS industry taxonomies, and risk modeling add-on, and SAS visual machine learning. So this is the add-ons. So that SAS via 4 is not offering this. So if you want this feature, you have to go for the add-ins. Okay, add-ins will be help you. Okay, so this is all about what the SAS via is offering us. Next is SAS via summary. Okay, so SAS via summary is we will see what is a SAS via summary. Okay, so one platform, in the one platform SAS via address the entire analytics life cycle. So we can create the flows, we can see the life cycle of the your data. Ease ease of use easy of use of visual and drag and drop. So SAS via basically is a drag and drop. And if you want some developer code, so we have the developer option to write a code. Okay, then choose of interface for different users persons. So we can choose the interface for let's suppose you are the a data scientist, or you are the normal user. So that is a different interfaces are there. Build and operationalize and open source and SAS models. So we have the SAS models are there, and the open sources also are there. Okay, automation and the governance. In the automation governance, we have the automated model build and training, workflow based maker and the checker, white box models to ensure the full audit and regulatory compliance, model performance and monitoring dashboards. So that is the automation governance in that offering. Okay, so let's start with the data engineering and the ML powered BI. Okay, so data engineering, in the data, what is the data engineering? Data engineering is for the allow for cleansing and including in the context data to identify the genders, pers data. Let's suppose the name of the customer, and centralized data. Let's suppose city name. So this is that we are doing with the sum of engineering, data engineering. So in the data engineering, we are using the data profiling data proofing in SAS studio flow. Okay, we have flows are there: information catalog, data quality, AI assist, data preparation, and data link language. Okay, so in the data engineering, what we are doing in the data engineering, we are doing some modify data for analysis, perform some data discovery and analysis. Okay, so three features that available in the SAS via that mainly we are using in the data engineering. First is manage data, then prepare data, explore and visualize data, and develop a SAS code. So that is a four basics that we are using for in the data engineering in the SAS via. Okay, so this is a life cycle. Sorry, this is the life cycle that is available in the analytical life cycle. Okay, we have manage data, prepare data, and the explore and visualize, and the develop the SAS code. Okay, so this is all the in the analytical life cycles. Okay, so first we starting with the we are in the last session we have done some visualization, so we are exploring more in the visualization. Okay, so let's take one example. Okay, so I'm taking one data here in the explore and visual. I click on the explore and the visuals. So I click in the visualize, explore and the visualize. Okay, so I'm in the explore and the visualize. So we have five options are there: the data objects, suggest, outline and the review. Okay, so first we need to do, so we need to select our data. Okay, let's suppose I didn't select it in data, so let's suppose I'm selecting the bank customers data. Okay, so that I selected, and okay. Okay, now my data is here. Okay, now my data is here. In my data they will be show in this left hand side, they will be show about all the category. In the data they showing the category. Okay, so in the last session we I also described what is a category and what is these numbers means a unique record in my data. Okay, distinct values. Okay, they showing the distinct values in my data. Okay, so this is all about the data, and then we have the measures. So measures is calculated one. Okay, so that is a calculated and is the customized one that that is showing here. The HH income is here, frequency. Okay, next we have the aggregated measures are there, frequency percentage. Okay, so this is about my data. Next we have the objects. So in this object we have multiple objects. So we have tables, graphs, geomaps. So this is a new feature: controls, analytics, containers, content, SAS visual statics, and SAS visual data mining and machine learning. Okay, this is all the objects that are available in the objects. Okay, so in the first object, so object is table accessed, and we have these categories. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, first is table. In the table visual analytics, they offering two kinds of tables: list table and the cross table. So list table lists the data, and cross the table is interactive, drill down features. Okay, so let's suppose we have we I'm using the cross table here. So you need to drag and you need to paste it here. Okay, if you paste it here, now go into the options. Okay, sorry, in the rules we have that columns, rows and the measures. So let's suppose this is my data. Okay, so how you want your data? Let's suppose I want according to the lifestyle. Okay, I drag it lifestyle in the columns. Okay, so now, sorry, in the rows. Okay, this is the lifestyle. Okay, lifestyle is ABCD. Let's remove lifestyle. Okay, so I'm choosing the we have the account type. Okay, let's suppose we have the account type. Okay, so we have the account. Okay, CHK, and saving. Okay, and account type, according to account type, I'm looking for, I'm looking for the income. Okay, so what is the income there? Okay, so I pasted in the frequency because frequency will give the count and the income. Okay, so now you can see here we have we can easily check that is the account type is this, and frequency is this. Okay, and if you want to change it, you need you want the dollars or you want some customization, so you have to use these options. Okay, with the options we can give the total and subtotal as a frequency as you want. Okay, okay, so this is for the options, for the basically for highlighting and for the coloring and the more effectiveness we are using the options. Okay, okay, so this is the okay, so this is the tab. Okay, this is we use the cross tab and the list tab for the listing the data basically. Okay, so I have the list now. Next, if you are looking for some graphs there, so you can paste it the graph here. Okay, let's suppose I'm looking for the histogram, so I pasted histogram, I drop it here histogram. Okay, now they are saying the assign a data. Okay, you can click on this assign data, else if you want you can go into the roles and you can paste your data. Okay, so histogram when I'm looking for the frequency of my income. Okay, so it's not going here. Okay, now I pasted the frequency, sorry, measures in the income. Okay, now you can see here we have the clear figure about the income. Okay, we can easily understand where my maximum the users income is maximum is there between the 0 to 50,000. Okay, so this is about how we are adding the measures, how sorry, how we are adding the graphs. Okay, next we have okay, we have multiple graphs, bar chart, line chart, pie chart, and the mix chart is also there. Next we have the containers. So containers is are used to help to display the report objects and uniform the manner. These allow uniform to height, width, and without having to set up values of each objects. There are the four types of containers: vertical, horizontal, stack, and the prompt. Okay, so vertical is basically for the vertically width, horizontal you want, and a stack counter container is allows the object to stacked on a top to each other, and prompt containers allow to multiple selection drop down list to add it into the report. Okay, so let's see the objects are there. Okay, this is the controls, sorry, containers. Okay, stacking container. Okay, this is the second stacking container, so that will be in the upper one. Okay, and this will be show in the on the top. Okay, scrolling containers. Okay, this is a scrolling containers. Okay, so you can write and that will be a scrolling one. And stacking containers as standard containers are also there. Okay, so this is about the containers, how we are using the containers. Okay, next in this we will more cover about one more topic are there for the analytics. In the analytics we have the automated explanation, automated predictions, forecasting. This is forecasting related. Okay, let's suppose if I'm tracking this forecasting. Okay, in the forecasting we need to add the time series data. Okay, so basically for forecasting, for the predictions we need the time series data there. So in this data I think I don't have the time series data. Okay, so I will explain uh, with the time series data. Okay, next in this session we are viewing one more here think is in this as visual statics, that is the decision tree. Decision tree will be doing big session on the decision tree, how the decision trees work. Okay, so let's see the few basic things on the decision trees and then we will see why we are using the decision trees. Okay, so basically decision tree is used for let's suppose you're looking for the predictions and you're looking for the about the some decisions related. Okay, so let's add here some data first. Okay, so let's suppose I'm adding the predictors as income and the resident status is the account type. Okay, so right now what this showing us. Okay, so right now the HH income is showing about the accounts details. Okay, about the account details. Okay, account type and the saving. Let's see in the details one. Okay, so here we have the node and depth and the parent ID. Okay, so the saving is this purple one and the blue is a check one. Okay, so they will be show the about the observations, observation percentage, percentage of parents. Okay, and this is related to the predicted values. Okay, so here we have observed the check is that is a predicted one for the check and the saving. Okay, what they predicted, and this is about the all the predictions of my data. Okay, let's see the create the pipeline here. Okay, so I'm creating the pipeline for this. So pipeline is basically the steps how I taken the steps in the when I created these all the flow. Okay, so that will be show about my all the pipeline. So what I did. Okay, it's taking a time. Okay, so now you can see here we have the pipeline of my data, my data workflow. Okay, so first I data is done, then visual data preparation I've done. So you can also write the steps names are here, description for if for the future use. So if anyone will see, they will be identify what the flow you have done for analyzing these data. Okay, so then what you have done, the decision tree represent the about the interactive and the about the all the details. Okay, then model comparisons are there. Okay, pipeline comparisons are there, and the insights. So right now because there is no insights in my data. Okay, no issue. Okay, and this is my data. Okay, this is about my data details. The variable exceed about the all the variables details are info are here. Okay, so this is how we are creating the decision tree. So we will see about the decision tree in the details in the next session. Okay, so what we are doing with the decision tree and how we are observing, how we predict the data in the upcoming sessions. Okay, thank you guys.